Legal practitioners, political gladiators, and their supporters to exercise restraint and demonstrate respect for the judiciary. We must have faith in our trials and appellate processes, defend and not ridicule them in our overall common interest. I share the mantra which states that a judiciary can only be as good as the judges that man it. Therefore, in order to improve the welfare and independence of our judiciary, it has become pertinent for us to make targeted investments in the judiciary in terms of adequate remuneration, timely recruitment of competent hands, structured and deliberate capacity building, upgrade of court.
Nuisance leleyi.
Lateef Fagbemi. Ewo ń wèrè wíìgì nù 75-degree weather. The Kolo mentality. Oyinbo wey they wear wig, they have what you call a very cold weather. You can call it head warmer. Ewo ní wíìgì wèrè. Àwọn wèrè corrupt criminals. Is gaslighting you, Neo. Saying that you need to trust the judiciary. You need to let judiciary olórí ibu ni Lateef Fagbemi. Kò yàtọ̀ sí Màlàmú, attorney ni wọ́n. They call themselves attorney general. Attorney general, the deceiver general in law of Nigeria. He is a senior advocate of nuisance. Àwọn wèrè. He was rewarded to be a minister. Now he's gaslighting you for asking the same judiciary. Juti tó ń sharing àwọn olórí ibu. Àwọn olórí ibu ni wọ́n. Bá ń sọ fún wọn, olórí ibu ni wọ́n.
Olórí burúkú ni wọ́n aládẹ̀wò. Ẹ kórí burúkú ẹ bá Nàìjíríà jẹ. Ráìsì di 1-3. Foreign rice tí a tún ń jẹ yìí. Ó sì òun lẹ̀ ń jẹun, òun dájú táwọn ń jẹ lọ. Kò ní jẹ yan ó parí. Ó dàbẹ̀ kórí.
Ọkọ̀ pa gbogbo wọn dànù ni. Àwọn olórí ibu rádaràda. Ó ń dé wíìgì. A kó wíìgì wèrè sórí. Corrupt people. Enablers and the rest of them. Don't talk to Abolori Buruku ni eni abi above sorry make pele wona lori eyan shire jati older people shameless people. Ask him, but somebody actually have an answer for him. They want you to keep quiet. You may not understand. You may not like what we are doing, but you need to understand that it's the law. It's not the law. Eyan shire yagbalagba. You see, the civilian coup that took place in Nigeria, when all of them are going to go down, some of you judges, you better have your own plan B. You better have, they better have your own private, they better have your name on the manifest of their private jets when they are going to be running away. You better have it, all of you judges. In this day and time, people now know you better. Nobody is threatening you. You are threatening the lives of the people. That's what you have done. And I'm still coming to that one, no. But let me say your mind. Alai, say your mind.
The PDP had no evidence that any of them had resigned or that any of them had cross-carpeted on the floor of the House. Be that as it may, the Federal High Court declared their seat vacant because it's a provision of the Constitution for parliamentarians. When you change party, when the party is not divided at the national level, you lose your seat. They appealed that judgment, particularly the Speaker, who is now the governor, appealed that judgment in Abuja. And ground 4 of his notice of appeal is that the PDP did not show or prove that he has decamped, and they didn't produce any letter of his resignation from PDP. He went further, all of them went further to approach the Ebonyi State High Court and got a judgment that said they were all still members of PDP and should not leave the House so long as they remain members of PDP. That judgment remained valid until the time APC did primaries, which was more than 3-4 months after that judgment. There's some days to election. A judge that is completely functus officio now purported that he has set aside that judgment after like 5-6 months, that he has set aside the judgment. So that the cloud of PDP will not hang above this candidate.
Well,
Now,
is there anything wrong with the process of setting that aside? As
of course, if when you give judgment, there is a time limit within which you can set aside your judgment if people complain that it was obtained by fraud or any other reason that are justifiably allowed by the rules of court.
Did anybody challenge that?
Nobody challenged. The people who got the judgment were the people that went as they set it aside. So you see how we play with our judiciary, and it is not going to help this nation at all. So you play with judiciary here, you now come to election petition court, you are still in the court of appeal, and you're still appealing the judgment that removed you, saying you are still a member of PDP, and then you come to the election petition court, and you now say, the Federal High Court has even removed me, so I'm no longer a member. That the PDP had.
Do you understand? Like, it depends on how much money you have. Yeah, you can write your own judgment and give it to a judge and say, Judge, the judgment I want is this. This is how I want you to give me my judgment, and you pay. And they will give you. Another one can wake up, and another person can come to the same judge that ruled the judgment, and that same person will overrule himself. It is so ridiculous that way. And it is mostly the APC, Egbekegbe's way. But how do you explain this? Something that happened. We know the genesis. We know how it all played out. And then we are here now. The characters that decided to promote Muslim tickets in Nigeria. The characters that said Muslims in northern Nigeria will not vote for Christians. They will not vote for infidel. The characters that said the 2023 election is a jihad. The characters that were at every fora. The characters that came out to say we used Muslim tickets to win election. That same character or characters are now turning around to say, oh, Nigeria dodged a bullet. Peter Obi is a religion fanatic. Peter Obi was promoting religious division. The Christians in northern Nigeria for the first time said they would not vote for a Muslim. But thank God that we fought and we defeated those who are religious fanatics, those who were using religion for politics. Lenu Shettima. Boko Haram influencer. And all of this, so they are changing the narrative now. Well done, thank you, we did it. You will see the APC, Egbekegbe, the sewage dwellers, sewage rati, crumb eaters, crumb chasers, ass leakers, all risers. You will see them. They will say they dodged a bullet on Obi. Obi was using religion. Obi told the church to take back their country. And all of those narratives, they want you to feel so ashamed, to feel so bad. That this is not coming from the reactions to the ruling party. In a so divided country, they didn't give a damn. They damned the consequences. And they declared the Muslim ticket in Nigeria. Baba, now shock I do when somebody said, Mayegun, have you heard the Shettima man? Boko Haram influencer inside the asshole Rocky. Omo, go and play the video. I said, where is the video? It showed me.
The last election was probably one of the most divisive elections in the contemporary annals of Nigerian history. Ethno-religious and regional fault lines were deliberately manipulated for political ends. But it is pertinent to mention, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, that the most northern of northern states is Sokoto. the Nigerian candidate lost by a few thousand votes to the regional candidate in Sokoto. The most Christian of northern states is Benue. Benue is 90% Christian. And the Nigerian candidate defeated the religious candidate in Benue State, courtesy of the Prince of Wanune, the mercurial George Akume and his team. The most southern of southern states, the most southern of south states is Rivers. Again, the Nigerian candidate defeated the religious candidate in Rivers State, courtesy of the enigmatic mercurial Nyesom Ezenwo Wike. He's unavoidably absent. He had to go around to attend to some function. And the Nigerian political climate is populated by careful snails who do not want to upset the apple cart. In the First and Second Republics, we have the Adegoke Adelabus, the Busari Adelakuns, the Kingsley Mbadwes, the Sambakwes, the Abubakar Rimis, the Sabobak.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
Baba nuisance. Did you hear that narrative, eh? Tinubu is Nigeria candidate. So Tinubu defeated Obi, religious candidate, in Rivers State. Thank God to Were Wike. In the Middle Belt, he defeated, so he was calling Peter Obi religious candidate. Let me take you back to Kano. December 2022. And I will also take you to Kaduna. June 2023. And then you can compare these two. First, Kano.
It is history that will repeat itself when it comes to winning election by the grace of the Almighty Allah. And now we are in democracy, so there is nothing like suspending election. Dr. Abdul Muttalib Muhammad is the leader of the Muslim Leaders Union of the Northern and Southern region. He explained the purpose of holding the conference. Our intention is that we are Muslims and Muslim preachers. That is why we gather the leaders of different sections, leaders of Sangaya, leaders of Zari, and all others in order to sensitize people about this agenda we have in view. That is ensuring that we choose a Muslim and a Muslim, what we call the Muslim ticket. The union we invited are about 75 in number, especially the Izala Union from Kaduna, Izala Union from Jos, Salafia, Kadaria, Tirjaniya, GTI, M1, Form 1, and women in Dawa, together with our Yoruba Muslim brethren that are here, our Igbo Muslim brethren with the union of all Imams of Kano State. We rally round all the unions so that we can have good platform to pass this message. What we show the leaders is that it is not a matter of we are coming to build road and infrastructure for you or the promise of giving you position. What we are talking about is who will establish the dignity of Islam and also uphold the respect of our religion. This candidate support our religion. For that reason, we are with him. When anyone dishonor our religion, we will tell the people that we are not with him. But the major issue we want to tell people is that a Muslim, no matter where he is better than an infidel. And when you join two Muslims, they will give you the victory that one Muslim cannot give you. This is why we have been sensitizing the people to understand that the Muslim ticket is very serious and it's a jihad to us as leaders. The leader of Izala Union of Kano region, Sheikh Abdullah Saleh, Pakistan, said this. Well, the discussion first and foremost was on the history of how this candidate has had his hunger of Muslim ticket for long. How he joined the Ribadu party with a Muslim from their own region. And now he joined the party of Abiola and Ghana Kimkibe. And considering how he is bent of down, it is history.
So it was purely like in the Hausa. This another one is also very much in Hausa, and it is the Hell Rufaya of Kaduna. Pretty much like a confession.
West. Suna da matsala. Musulminsu in ya fito zai nemi shugabanci sai a ce ba dama ya nema domin ba zai ci zaɓe ba. ba zai ci zaɓe ba don dole sai Kirista daga Southwest ne zai iya fitowa ya nemi shugabancin Najeriya don a ɗauki musulmi daga Arewa ya zama Vice President. Suka ce tun a Biola ba a sake yi ba. Suna son haka na ce to ku je ku kawo mana wanda za mu bi. Ya ce a Asiwaju na ce ba ma shiri da shi, ya ce ku shirya don addinin musulunci na ce za mu shirya. To muka fito aka yi haka Asiwaju ya samu tiket ɗin. Kuma da ya samu mun san ba yadda zai yi, babu yadda zai yi in ya samu tiket dole ya ɗauki musulmi mataimakinsa. In ba haka ba zai ci zaɓe ba. Kamar yadda na ce siyasa sai ka tsaya kayan lissafinka, ba wani maganan tunanin haka. To Allah subhanahu wata'ala ya ga zuciyarmu, kuma wallahi mu da muka tsaya muka yi haka wallahi ba don kanmu muka yi ba. Ni dai na san ni da gwamnan Zamfara Bello Matawalle ba don muna son wani abu muka yi ba. Kila sauran suna son wani abu, amma wallahi ni da Bello Matawalle mun ce kawai a yi haka don a yi maganin wannan matsalan na addini. Sannan musulmin Southwest su ma mu ba su sense of belonging, su shugabancin nan. To Allah duk da taron dangin da aka yi, duk da addini da aka yi amfani da shi, Allah ya ba Asiwaju nasara. Abinda muka samu muka yi a Kaduna yanzu an yi shi a ƙasa gaba daya. Babu wani makaryaci da zai zo ya ce zai fito ya ce shi zai yi siyasa na Kiristanci ya ci zaɓe. Peter Obi ya yi ga inda yake. West.
That is another confession. But you know what? You are still going to see those Olori Burukus that are going to confidently tell you they dodged a bullet. You obedient. You are religious. I'm a religion fanatic. Peter Obi brought religion into 2023, and there's nothing you can tell them. Because they have made, they have said it and they are believing it. Unfortunately. But you see this Imam, he said those who voted for Bokwari in 2015 could be called mistakes. Those who voted for him in 2019 could be called mad. As for those who voted for the person that took over from Bokwari, well, he has no idea what to call them. Listen.
Wanda ya zaɓi Buhari zaɓen farko ya yi kuskure. Wanda ya zaɓe shi zaɓe na biyu ya yi ganganci. Wanda ya zaɓi wanda Buhari ya tsaida yanzu mahaukaci ne a kai shi sakatire. Ba inda ya dace shi sai gidan mahaukata. Ko kuma kana ce ne ma wata jam'iyya kamfe. Da wani ya fasara wannan sai ce ai wata jam'iyya nake goyon baya, ba wata jam'iyya nake goyon baya.
The one who voted for Bokwari in 2015 made mistake. The one that did again in 2019 did so deliberately. But you see the ones that voted for Kolu, the one that succeeded him, is actually very mad. Should be taken to a psychiatric hospital. Look at the person that succeeded Bokwari, Kolu.
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running. So they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back. But that's part of what I do.
Empty barrel. Agba ofifo. They will spy on me. You have to bring somebody here. Graduate, first class graduate that is hiding his record. You really? And when you talk about, you know that Peter Obi, that one brags differently. and his bragging right is so strong, that so many of these guys have actually found it like, you know, they found it as a call of duty, okay, to hate him and go after him and do say whatever they want to say, because the way he brags, they wish it is Kolu that is bragging like that. You know, Kolu want to brag like Obi, but he no get that quality. He no get that credibility. It's so sad. Agba Ofifo, empty barrel. Yesterday, the same Peter Obi was at Princeton University. Shemogba, Princeton. I don't know, no worry. Don't mind me anyway, but it's Princeton anyway. And that right there, just pretty much like all the gloves are off now. Yeah, everybody entered the ring. It was having first is bragging, you know, the bragging stuff, right? My name is Peter Obi. Everybody knows me. They know my parents. They know where I come from. They know my primary school mates and the rest of that. I'll show you that bragging. They don't really like it, and you know.
Good behavior. These are part of leadership. So it can be done. We have all the talents and everything all over the world. It's a question of the leadership have to show it. You have to start by saying, my name is Peter Obi. I'm from this town. I went to this primary school, this secondary school, this university, and people come. They're very important. You know, when Chika was saying my CV, he said Harvard. I said, no, Chika, I did a program in Harvard. I'm an alumnus of Oxford and Cambridge. It can go and be verified.
Verified.
I don't need to put injunction for you not to see it. Go and tell them in Nsukka whether they'll give you my transcript. These are things we must. And we must do it and say, this is who we are. Because that's what makes us. Nobody said you must be anything. No. We have had leaders all over the world that didn't go to school. Just say.
And if you look at the Nigerian student, great Nigerian student.
Go, sir. 3 corona for his enemy. Corona. Prayer for his enemies.
The big nuisance, Lele. Nuisance.
I want weary. But I'm going to take you back into that Princeton because I'm Princeton, I don't know. That same hall where people were actually asking him questions and he had to actually speak more on those subjects. Do you have 5 to 7 minutes? You're going to enjoy it. All right. Now, here is him again. Back into that hall. Obi.
2, if you have people in government, people on the streets, people in the air stealing from the resources of Nigeria, how do you want to enforce law when there is no law? Who will enforce law? The courts have collapsed, the police has collapsed, every aspect of national life and law and order would have collapsed. Where do you start from? And you did say, well, if somebody is in government and is not stealing and his wife is not stealing, what about the concubine if they're stealing? You know? Yeah, so those questions are related. I want you to address it. Thank you very much.
I didn't say that. I didn't say those around him. That's where I put the uncles and concubines. I know they're all involved. But like I said before, what we are going through is not peculiar to us. Nation, that's why I said I visited countries with similar trajectory. Countries have gone through that, even worse than what we've gone through. And that is what our dear father questioned. Leadership. What changed all that is simply leadership. I don't want to use, let me give you an example of Anambra State again. Anambra State in Year 2000, year 2001, the schools were closed. There was no secondary school, no primary school. Nobody went to school because they couldn't pay the teachers. The consequence is that when I became governor, we were number 26, 27 in Wayeka Neko. That's what we were. We had a situation where we were owing salaries, pension, and everything. We couldn't pay pension. My predecessor Dr. Chris Ngige, had just started what I can call meaningful work on the roads. And has started pension. But we're owing people pensions and everything. I always tell people my experience with Oken Dibe's mother. I later knew that it was Oken Dibe's mother. Professor Oken Dibe's mother met me in a church. I usually go to morning mass and everything. Usually go to church in the morning as governor, and I go to the nearby church. And I came to church in the morning, I was praying. She came and took my Bible and everything and asked me to leave the church. And I said, why? So people started saying, oh, you can't do that. It's the governor. He said I should leave the church. So I then wanted to know why this elderly woman, 80 years old, he said I should. Now God will not hear my prayer. Now she's being owed gratuity and pension for several years. I should go and pay it, and she will pray for me. I said, Ma, can I come to your house? He said, I shouldn't come to her house. She doesn't want to see me, I should go and pay her. So in the evening, I found out her house. I didn't know Ken Dibede, I didn't know it was the mother. So I went to her. I went to her house. She was just there in the evening on her own eating corn, and here is governor. He said, I told you not to come. But since you come, what do I give you? I don't have anything to give you. So I said, well, let me enjoy the corn with you. So we sat down. He told me a story that made me to make up my mind. Whoever is owing pension and gratuity is committing a crime.
Yes.
Because you're owing people at the most difficult time of their life, when they have less opportunity. And I say, Ma, I'm going to pay everybody. In 8 years, we cleared every single gratuity of that something billion. In education, it was the same thing. We went about, brought back the church, brought back the owners of the school, and said, take back your school. They were struck, they were everything. We will finance it. We will put money to it. Chika is from Umoji. If you go to Amata Bliss in Umoji, you won't believe it's the same school. They changed. We moved from 26 to number 1. So these things can change. I just showed you, we have a Niger state, fertile land, everything can work there. You go there, the governor cannot go to about 7 local governments because of stealing, because of banditry, because of this. I've gone to prisons and asked these kids, why are you doing this? They have no job. So all those things you're seeing today is linked to poverty. The more you put people out of poverty, the more you reduce criminality. It's happened in Brazil, Mexico, everywhere around here. It's a simple thing. People are going back to Mexico now. From here. So I can tell you, if we start doing the right things today, and you talked about where you're going to get people to support it. No. All of you who are outside Nigeria are the first investors we need. If we have security, law and order today, you put your money there. The reason the biggest contributor to this country's GDP is law and order. And it's a low-hanging fruit. If you, the leader, chooses to obey, live by it, you follow through. But rascality and bad behavior has become a measure of power and success in our place. You must change it. If you change it, it will work. And I've seen it work in my small place in Anambra State. If they see you, children who go to school, I put zebra crossing in Oka. You know what the kids do? When they see my own vehicle as governor coming, they start crossing it. Because they know I will stop. And because I'm stopping, everybody starts stopping. I was telling Chika when I came here and somebody was lecturing. I said, you can enter. I said, I can't enter. I came late. I have to stay outside. I said, let me tell you, Chika, as governor, I insist. If you come to church late, you stay at the back. That's where let's come and stay. You don't come and walk here rascally. So it is that's what I said, bringing civility to it. Good behavior. These are part of leadership. So it can be done. We have all the talents and everything all over the world. It's a question of the leadership has to show it. You have to start by saying, my name is Peter Obi. I'm from this town. I went to this primary school, this secondary school, this university, and people come. They're very important. You know, when Chika was saying my CV, he said Harvard. I said, no, Chika, I did a program in Harvard. I'm an alumnus of Oxford and Cambridge. It can go and be verified.
Verified.
I don't need to put injunction for you not to see it. Go and tell them in Nsukka whether they'll give you my transcript. These are things we must. And we must do it and say, this is who we are. Because that's what makes us. Nobody said you must be anything. No. We have had leaders all over the world who didn't go to school. Just say, this is who I am. These are my parents. These are my students. You know?
And on and on. For those who have been following on YouTube, I don't think I never thought I would have to remind you of this. The only people that don't deserve any respect or regard on Mayegun's diary political or anybody that identify with PDP, anybody that identify with APC. Sure you get. Now if you are an IPOB, or you are Yoruba Nation, or you are obedient, or you belong to Showore Revolution now, you need to behave yourself. Oh. Do you understand now? I won't give a damn about you, whether you are IPOB, that suddenly turn around and attacking the obedient. Because you think you have something to say, Abi. I will ensure that you will never have another chance of saying anything here. So my effort on Mayegun's diary political, as you must know, this platform is the melting pot for everyone that has something against that establishment called Nigeria. Sure, you understand me now? Don't say because you are IPOB. Then when they are talking, when you look at the obedient or you see Obi and the rest of them, now then your own erection, they're strong, Abi. So you want to remind them that they are wasting their time and you are attacking. If I see you, you will not say it again. I promise you that. Okay? Because effort we are making here is that, of course, you all have your different, you have your own different wishes. And who pushed all of you to that stage of whether you want to break away from Nigeria or you want to break down the current rotten system, or whether a revolution you want. Is it not coming from the failure of these criminals? If I see you on my platform, listen to this, because I know I have bigots here. I know some of you who are hiding your bigotry. Here you get. And with the moment you come across me, you believe that the only thing you can tell me that will make me feel like, oh, it's true, you're actually real, is when you say, yo, Mayegun, this whole thing, see, Mayegun, I actually want, we just break up. Don't think like that, oh. your engagements in my comment section are things I am also following. I am not going to let any of you, okay, with whatever you believe in, to start your competition on my platform, that you are better than this one or that one. I am the anchor here. I brought all of you here. My effort is to make all of you understand yourselves, understand our differences. And they say instead of saying if you can't beat them, you join them. My own philosophy is that if you can't beat them, join us, call others, more team together, we can beat them. So if you come here and start doing all your sanctimonious, don't bring a meal. It's about time I tell you now. You understand now? There are many times I've corrected people by telling them that don't come onto my platform and tell me that the obedient wasted their time, did this or that. Don't tell us that. Whatever it is going to be for everybody to learn, to arrive at that same point where everybody will finally realize that Nigeria cannot be helped. Let them experience it. Do you understand? If I see you in my comments, throwing all this your jibe, don't say, my POB, I'm just telling them fat. Go keep fat to share. Do you understand? This is not IPOB platform. This is not Yoruba Nation platform. This is not obedient platform. This is not a revolutionary platform. This is not your Christian platform, Muslim platform, or whatever platform you might want to identify with. This is Temple of Truth, Mayegun's Diary Politico. Everybody's going to be here. The only people who don't get any right on my platform are anybody that identify with PDP and APC. Because if I see anybody that identify with APC and PDP, I see them as a threat to my life, to my freedom, to my sanity, and I can do anything to avoid them. You should too. If you can't come, you can't do say I'm IPOB, UDP, Koko share that no, and shy IPOB lori bi yo. Do you understand? Respect that oh. All of those people they carry spanner inside the comment section. If you see them, see even if you see any known face, because Mama can be not for years they've been following Mayegun, they are still bigots. No matter what you tell them about Yoruba and Igbo and all of that, they will still believe what they will believe in. And every given opportunity, they go to spit their bigotry. I know you, and I know how to get, but just keep it to yourself. This is a platform where you have to keep your bigotry to yourself. At least I thank God I have that control. Just remember that. So going forward, there is somebody who decided to remind all these wearies who are currently ruining Nigeria and others to think before everything, before all of us go come agree, say, Mayegun not true. More first deal with this criminal. Before all of us go our separate ways. If we no deal with them, if we deal with them individually, they go think, say, yeah. So if they are dividing us, there's something that unites us. Now we know why we are where we are. And if we really want to go after them, then we must all agree to. Not be everybody go to say, hey, you know Sabiam. You are the Koko Shidano. You understand now? So somebody is reminding them, one day go be one day. And that's what I've been reminding them too. Professor Lumumba, for the record.
To the generation that now exists today, it is your duty to lift Africa from another pedestal. And you can only lift the continent by doing certain things that are required of you. It will be tiring. It will be painful. But of all the sins that we have committed, there is one mistake that we must never commit. The mistake of giving up. I'm urging you today, we must never give up. And I see Africa today, we have tried many things, Africa Agenda 2063, Africa Continental Free Trade Area. All these are efforts that are being made, and they can only happen in an environment where there is peace and tranquility. We promised ourselves that we would silence the guns in the year 2020. The guns are louder now. So as we are committing ourselves to this reality, I'm submitting to us that the continent of Africa has the ability, we have the human resource, which is the greatest of all resources. We have the natural resources, which can be harnessed through natural resources. We have men and women who can govern us. We have young men and women who are impatient. And if we are not very careful, this continent, which is great in prospect, will not realize our potential. The time is now. The time, therefore, is now. You leaders who are here, when you are seeking office, seek office that you may be servant leaders. The time is now. Those young men who are here who allow themselves to be used as cannon fodder by individuals who seek public office on the basis of ill-gotten wealth, the time is now to reject their money. The time is now for Africans, wherever they are, to remember that development will never come unless we have good governance. The time is now that African institutions must not receive instructions from institutions outside of the continent. The time is now that we Africans must exercise the ghost of low self-esteem. The time is now that we Africans must not think that we are only good when we receive a seal of approval from heads of states of other countries. The time is now for Nigeria particularly to rise to the occasion. 1 in every 5 black men in the world is Nigeria. Don't let us down. Rise up and lead the continent. God bless you.
PLO Lumumba, Professor Lumumba. I thought I should close my presentation with that. I couldn't have said it better. The time is now for all of us to drop our biases, to drop our differences. We are facing a mortal, you know what I mean, like a serious enemy. And that is what the Nigeria establishment represents. If you care indeed for your freedom at this time, you will look for the brother next to you. You won't kind of have to care whether they believe in Biafra or Yoruba nation or the revolution. You see, at that point, everybody will hold hand in, they hold each other, I mean, one another's hand, and it's going to be like a clarion call. We are getting there. I strongly believe. Now, I'm going to take calls. As usual, you know what to do. Like this broadcast, share it, okay? And then, yeah, get your phone ready. When I get back, I will take some calls, okay? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have a caller. I'll ask my caller to please mute if possible, okay? Hello there. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Hey, now good day. Abi ina ya mata ya menene ko
nan lafiya kalau komai na nan lafiya kalau komai lafiya kalau.
Ahmed, how are you? It's it's same of the same. I just did my own part, waiting for others to add theirs.
So
how is it going, Baba?
So we miss it now for halfway I joined the program.
Oh, really?
Where is it? Yeah, halfway. I did doing nothing. I just jump in. Hey, I see spanner they fly. You don't already give them orders. Say anybody will do anyhow.
Because you don't get too much now. Sure you get
Yeah,
any small thing like this, everybody could hold themselves like say, I'm going to say, what be this? What's this? Like where are these talks? How did they get here? You know what I mean? Like I need to read that line out.
You know, Nigerians they get this. You just hear everybody blood. That hypocrisy, that bigotry, they inside them.
You know,
something they happen for their own country, in another country under the sea.
You know,
now another country under the sea. If they happen for their own country, but they go there, they complain about other people. When you see, if they happen for their backyard, maybe even their country, their backyard. Now act of bigotry. Now so they know they mind their own business. So if you come here, you can't do anyhow. Baba don't tell you now go collect.
You see?
Straight up, now go collect. We now true to the talk for here. You know, consign us. If you be Christian,
so, you know, if you don't see everyone here as important, I think you are more important than anybody. Baba, you're on the wrong platform.
Baba, now the problem with that, you see, we Nigerians, make I use we.
Yes.
You know that sense of entitlement. Maybe say person would feel say maybe if you get that kind of small money or you get one kind of small position, you will feel say you they over everybody. And I will make use of one example where we say that everyday thing where we say me I don't see and I still they see continuously. And I'll use the example of like the military. You know, there is something, the way they look at it in the military back in Nigeria.
Yeah.
They look at generals like, this general is supposed to get one person that they call them Batman and stuff like that, orderly and stuff. You will see, if you see Colonel, he gets 1 or 2, 3 soldiers when they come in the house, come cleaning this, cleaning that, sense of entitlement. And they make it, they make them believe like, that is how things are done. They don't, that slave mentality, they everywhere, they every corner. They use that thing to capture you, they everywhere, they every corner. So they make people believe that, I will go to that house, or that side, this, or that will stand, you will see the way he will talk to you anyhow. You know? But you see in the military over here, that we have over here is another total different thing.
Now.
You will see a sergeant and E6 sitting down with a colonel. They chit chat. Now normal thing. When job come, morning, good morning, sir. Big boy Ben, they will do everything. Gentlemen doing the gentleman job. For Nigeria, military job. Now mad people job. They just pack mad people full job. They do madness, they go. All the forces, as long as you don't get uniform, you know, concern, even though I'm a tech one, waiting that they call them the lowest. They no send uniform, they will oppress you anyhow. So that oppression thing, now for blood, now everybody blood.
They will come to thank God, say, thank God, oh, this one didn't oppress us. So anyone that didn't do that to them,
yes, they will now start thanking God. You don't even know your right, you know, they don't know what is right. And I don't blame them, it's just the way people are being built. That is why you see, we that left that shore and came abroad, we begin to see that, most of these things that people make us feel like, if they do them, na privilege. Or if it happens, say, happen to us, na privilege. We now start saying it like, you know the soul we supposed to live life. Life is so free. We can live freely. Let's live freely. Make everybody live free.
All right.
As long as you don't commit crime, they do the right thing. Nobody can stand for your phone. Nobody. Even the president cannot stand in front of you and talk trash. No. As long as you are not a criminal, there will be in that. Nobody can stand you when they tell you anyhow. But na Niger now, as I talk, na Niger now.
The hypocrisy.
The abusi, hypocrisy, all of that. That one aside. The religion part. The people we say Muslim. She yanzu kun fara ganin harkar Muslim ba? Muslim ya kawo muku za ku ci ubanku wallahi kaɗan kuka gani una never see anything za ku ci ubanku Muslim abi? She Muslim yana sayan muku rice yana sayan muku shinkafa ko yana sayan muku fetur ko Muslim ya yanke farashin dala kaɗan kuka gani wallahi ba ku ga komai ba. Da Tinubu da Shettima wallahi za ku ga aikin hankali. Ba Najeriya ba 'yan siyasan ku ba. Ku kawo su wallahi one after the other. Ubon ku za ku ci wallahi ba ku ga komai ba. This is just the beginning. Za ku ga aikin hankali wallahi ba ku ga komai ba.
Fellow Nigeria.
No one talk much. Fellow Nigeria. This is just the beginning. I never see anything. My brother from the north, wallahi ba ku ga komai ba, and I never see anything. Wahala, yanzu aka shige ta. Wallahi yanzu aka shige ta. Za ku ga uba. Asalin shegiyan daga promas din za ku tsallaka ku shiga shegiya banga fadiyaciya. Duka za ku gani. No wahala my friend.
Thank you so much.
They don't hear now.
They go here now. Everybody go here now.
They go here.
As it is. Now all of us go chop the breakfast. Okay, so I have another caller here. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Mayeko.
Good evening, ma. How are you?
Say, daughter of Zion.
Say that again, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
My name is Daughter of Zion.
Daughter of Zion. I remember you, ma. How are you?
Daughter of Zion.
Daughter,
I'm fine.
Right? I think I get that.
Yes.
Yeah. Daughter of Zion. I think I remember that on YouTube, is it?
Yeah. No, on YouTube, yeah. People have been coming to this platform.
Yes, ma'am.
And tell all of us that all of us should now come together. And that fight for our youth in Nigeria. And I believe that this mobile situation that is on the ground now, I think this is the right time for both diaspora and everybody in Nigeria, both Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa, Shekiri, and the South people. All of us should come together now to fight for this boy, to use this platform so that we to support mobile, so that we can open our youth, so that we can win most of our youth to this platform for now. Because this thing that is going on, this is the right time to let all our people know, to open their face, even the market people, even the Okada people. Please, I'm begging all our members on this platform, we should come together, both everywhere in the world, to fight for justice for mobile. We should look for lawyer, international lawyer, to go ahead. Because if we said we want to depend on all the people in Nigeria, they can, because all these Fashola, and all these people, what's this, Sam Larry, those are the people, those are the people that force our youth to vote for Tinubu, It is right time now, so that we can win them back. They can come back to their senses, to know that those people that they vote for, they are drug dealers. They are drug dealers. Because I saw some videos that Fashola is with Tinubu, in the Aso Rock, and Naira Marley in Aso Rock. So how do you want them to do the real justice? How do you want, because they are the member of these drug dealers.
They are the food soldiers in this way and well connected, no doubt.
Yes. So we don't need any lawyer. Let us all come together to look for a lawyer as an international lawyer to come together, and then we fight for justice for mobile, for mobile, justice for mobile, for this boy. So mobile. I think that's the only thing that can make all of us to come together now.
I mean,
so thank you very much.
A lot of people are already saying that this should be a chance to take it up with them and use this injustice to actually. But others are saying, wait, they have already given the police the rope to hang themselves. A lot of people believe that they will bungle this.
We shouldn't wait. We shouldn't wait.
We shouldn't.
We shouldn't wait. We shouldn't wait. So that we too can have our evidence and everything. We should not wait. Because there are some people in Nigeria, they just want to use that boy to make a frame, a name. So just please,
thank you so much, daughter of desire, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Everybody heard you. There will always be a follow-up on this. God bless you.
Okay, and thank you for everything that you've been doing. Thank you. We really appreciate you. Thanks, God bless you.
You too, ma'am. Thank you very much for the support as well. Yes, I have another caller on the line. I get that, by the way. Hello.
Hello, my ego. This is Olato from Texas.
Good afternoon.
What I want to say, thank you for all you've been doing. God bless you. But I will just dwell into what I want to talk about. You know, like there is this write-up I got from one of the platforms that I belong to, like the judge in was it Chicago? Like she's so now she's so overwhelmed with emails from Nigeria that they're so overwhelmed from Nigeria that please release all this evidence that you have. Let us know the truth. They are overwhelmed. She's overwhelmed. In short, we are troubling their spirit. We can't let them breathe. We are on their neck.
Of, most media now. In so many places, because like everybody is now focusing. What is really going on? Why is Nigeria president trying to stop a school from releasing its record? Like, what is that? Indeed, they have already used email.
I love the guys who be true at him. This is my name. This is where I come from. Where do you come from? My school is verifiable. I don't know what is hard in that. These people can't cover their faces in shame.
They can't.
And let go in the international space.
International embarrassment, international
anyway,
disgrace.
we are enjoying the music. That is the way it is. Because there is this foul Timmy. I listened to him. The last time he said, you will naked yourself in order to cover Tinubu. Everybody is dancing naked in the market now because of Tinubu. One soul, you want to cover him. You want to be there for him. How can you be there for a drug warlord? How can? He does not have anything credible to his name. He's not his name. He's a fake woman himself. He's even transgendered now. That's the way we can see him. He's transgendered, honestly. Yeah, he's transgendered. So what I just want to say is that let us keep pushing. Let us keep going. That this Tinubu self, he has to be naked completely. When he's now naked in the international world, let us see how he's going to dance with their idiots in Supreme Court. See, they are waiting now. They are waiting. They know they get shame. Shame.
No, you can't.
Let's see how they want to cover him. Okay, let's see how
you just said that Barrister Dele Farotimi said that indeed that thing is ironically true. Everyone who used to command respect, they have been losing all those respect. People have been naked.
They are dancing naked.
All because they are defending Tinubu.
Exactly. You go and listen to him tomorrow.
And now Tinubu, you know what? Tell the school to release all that document, okay? There's nothing to hide. They release it to stop this shame. They can't say that. They are gaslighting people asking. You are right,
And he said, you will naked yourself. Why do you are bossy naked? You'll be naked for you to defend Tinubu.
Wow.
Because your cloth of glory will be taken away from you.
God,
that is it. What? Because of a different idiot, a criminal. How should our children look up to? What should they look up to? Egbami, a president? Does he want our president, our children in Nigeria, the future generation? I'm so disgusted, because that means you can be a drug warlord, you can be a criminal of the highest order and still gone for the highest position in the country. No, we should not allow that. That is why God is nakeding him. Permit my English.
You know what? Thank you so much.
From America.
Bless you.
Bye bye you.
Yes,
God bless you.
Bye bye you. Somebody said Yoruba, when you are using Yoruba to mix it with English,
for the highest position in the country. No, we should not allow that.
Can you mute that broadcast, please? You have been connected, please. Okay, can you hear me? Okay. I think, please, if you are calling, please listen to the phone. I mean, pick it anytime. Okay. Hello there.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello, my partner. Well done, sir.
Well done. How are you, sir?
Not bad. My name is Femi, calling from Texas.
Femi from Ekiti. Is that what you said?
No, from Texas.
Sorry. Femi from Texas. So, how are you doing tonight? I mean, this afternoon, by the way, over there.
Not bad. How are you doing? Well done.
I'm surviving, please.
Thanks for everything you've been doing. And I pray that God will Almighty reward you in a good and better way by God's grace.
Amen.
My own opinion. I just want to talk about Nigeria generally. I think probably we need to talk to our youth. Honestly, I don't think we Nigerians, we are ready for change, honestly. Because, and I'm going to say this respectfully, I'm sorry about it there, but if Nigerians can come out the way they came out for mobile stuff, if Nigeria can come out and protest, dollar is over 1,000 naira now.
That's right.
And Nigerians could not think about that. You know, all they can think about is mobile. And I will not talk too much, but I'll give an instance. I came out to contest in 2019, right? And I discovered that problems in Nigeria mostly is actually with the masses.
What is that again, sir?
Because the problem we have mostly is with the masses.
Right.
Because if brother, can I send money to Nigeria, to someone in Nigeria respectfully and say, okay, do this thing for me? Will they be able to do it without thinking of how to forward it? If we can be truthful to ourselves, we can stand together and come against this government.
You ran for office, so please, and the same masses showed you. Do you want to share that story with us? Do you mind?
Oh my God.
Please.
Okay, I contested for Federal House of Rep in 2019, and after spending huge amount of money, right? The most amount of money I spent on that election was actually for the masses.